President Donald Trump announced a travel ban on 12 countries. That's where we're starting the 7 from the Washington Post. I'm Hannah Jewell. It's Thursday, June 5th. Let's get you caught up with today's 7 stories. Yesterday, President Trump reinstated and expanded the travel ban from his first term. This time around, it restricts entry from countries including Afghanistan, Eritrea, Haiti, Iran, Somalia, Sudan, and Yemen. It also partly restricts travelers from 7 other countries, including Cuba and Venezuela. Many on the list are Muslim-majority nations. The ban includes exemptions for lawful permanent residents, existing visa holders, and some other groups. In a video announcing and explaining the ban, the president referred to Sunday's attack in Boulder, Colorado. That attack was allegedly carried out by an immigrant from Egypt, which is not on the list of restricted countries.
The recent terror attack in Boulder, Colorado, has underscored the extreme dangers posed to our country by the entry of foreign nationals who are not properly vetted, as well as those who come here as temporary visitors and overstay their visas. We don't want them. In the 21st century, we've seen one terror attack after another carried out by foreign visa overstayers from dangerous places all over the world.
Immigrant rights groups have slammed the new restrictions, which are set to take effect on Monday. People in impacted nations are reacting with anger and fear. And once again, the ban is expected to draw swift legal challenges. President Trump ordered an investigation into an alleged cover-up of Joe Biden's decline. That's number 2. Yesterday, Trump made an unprecedented request to his Attorney General and White House counsel. In theory, it could undermine thousands of Biden's executive actions and pardons. He wants an investigation into whether Joe Biden and White House aides covered up his cognitive decline as president. The order focused in part on Biden's use of the AutoPen. That's the machine that duplicates a human signature. It's been used by multiple presidents. Trump also took aim at the pardons Biden issued in the final days of his presidency. They included his move to commute the death sentences of 37 of the 40 people on federal death row. They're still serving life sentences. Trump's allies have capitalized on a recent book by CNN's Jake Tapper and Alex Thompson of Axios. It details alleged efforts by White House aides to minimize attention to their boss's age and mental acuity. At 82, Biden was the oldest president in U.S. history when he left office. Number 3. Elon Musk stepped up his attacks on Trump's massive tax and immigration bill. Last week, Musk ended his tenure overseeing the cost-cutting U.S. DOGE service. Since then, he's been working to undermine the One Big Beautiful Bill. That measure is under consideration in the Senate, and it's central to Trump's ability to carry out his agenda. Yesterday, the billionaire Tesla CEO urged lawmakers to, quote, kill the bill. His post came hours after the nonpartisan Congressional Budget Office projected the bill could add more than $2.4 trillion to the national debt. The House passed the bill last month. Speaker Mike Johnson has been a central figure in trying to push the bill through Congress. He responded to Musk's criticisms yesterday.
Elon and I left on a great note. We were texting one another, happy texts, Monday. And then yesterday, 24 hours later, he does a 180 and he comes out and opposes the bill. And it surprised me, frankly. And I don't take it personal. We don't take it personal. Policy differences are not personal. I think he's flat wrong. I think he's way off on this.
The national debt now sits at $36.2 trillion. It sharply increased under President Trump and President Biden. Number 4. A manhunt is underway for the father of 3 girls found dead in Washington state. 32-year-old Travis Decker is wanted on 3 counts of murder and 3 counts of kidnapping. The girls' mother reported them missing on Friday after they did not return from a planned visitation with their father. Their bodies were discovered on Monday near a campsite in Washington. They were 5, 8, and 9 years old. The Chelan County Sheriff's Office warned that Decker is former military with extensive training and should be considered dangerous. Federal authorities, including the FBI, are assisting in the manhunt. Number 5. The NBA Finals tip off tonight with an unusual matchup. The Indiana Pacers and Oklahoma City Thunder are both small market teams from the middle of the country. But tonight, they'll be facing off on basketball's biggest stage. The NBA is set to crown its 7th different champion in 7 straight seasons. Game 1 of the best-of-7 series starts at 8:30 Eastern in Oklahoma City. If you want to learn more, the latest episode of Post Reports breaks down the matchup and goes deep into the increased parity in the NBA. Find a link to the episode in our newsletter. That's in our show notes. Cold plunges may have a big downside for the body. That's number 6. Ice baths and cold plunges have grown wildly popular in recent years. Influencers, podcasters, and pro athletes say that soaking in near-freezing water boosts their exercise recovery and personal wellness. But a new study throws some cold water on that claim. Researchers found that plunging into icy water after lifting weights slows blood flow to muscles. Less blood flow means less protein is carried to those muscles, and that actually hampers their ability to recover and grow, potentially reducing the benefits of a workout. This adds to evidence from previous studies. One showed that those who plunged their limbs into frigid water after weightlifting ended up with smaller, weaker muscles than those who didn't. So if plunging into cold water makes you feel giddy, wild, and free, go right ahead. But if you're trying to get shredded, you may want to avoid hopping into an ice bath right after weight training. And at number 7, cockatoos in Australia have learned an impressive new trick. Each night around sundown, cockatoos in Western Sydney gather for a ritual. After waiting in line on a fence, they take turns at a drinking fountain, gripping the handle with their feet and leaning forward to release a bubbling stream of cool water. The complex maneuver has been documented for the first time in what researchers say is a new, urban-adapted local tradition. That means the birds have changed their behavior in response to their city living. It's the second time researchers have spotted a cockatoo innovation in Sydney. Previously, they observed a bin opening innovation in the city's south. The cockatoos were found to open the lids of household trash cans to access food waste. Good for them. Make sure you check out the video of these very polite and clever cockatoos in our newsletter today. They seem better at waiting their turn in line than many human beings I've encountered at the post office. All right, you're all caught up. Before I go, a special thank you to super listener Caitlin. She followed my orders to go out and snare a new listener for this podcast. She told her friend that the 7 is her first listen in the morning, keeping her informed before she dives into the stories she wants to know more about. And she's also a subscriber. What an exceptional listener. If you want to be more like Caitlin, tell a friend about the podcast today. Then head to washingtonpost.com/subscribe. I'm Hannah Jewell. I'll meet you back here tomorrow.
My name is Michelle Singletary, and I'm the personal finance columnist for The Washington Post. When I was growing up, I was raised by my grandmother, who was such a masterful money manager. And I watched her handle her money and talk to me about it. And I like to think that I'm the reader's big mama. There's so much information about your money out there, a lot of it wrong or inappropriate. But when you pay for a subscription to the Post, you're paying for a skilled journalist who has had years of experience, who I hope that you can trust. Your subscription helps pay for my salary. It helps pay for the illustrators, the copy editors, all the people who are involved in putting together the material that you read that could help inform your life. I'm Michelle Singletary, and I'm one of the people behind the Post.